Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
Our first speaker for the day is Wai Ching Lee. Born on 22nd February 1957, is an intuitive healer, a US certified health counselor, holistic somatic bodywork therapist, sound energy and vibrational medicine practitioner. She comes from a family lineage of natural physicians on both her maternal and paternal sides and is descendant from the Chinese physician instated in the court of the Malaysian royalty in Selangor. Her innate abilities in healing and academic study of the phenomena and practice of QI have allowed her to explore experiential and academic synergies between the human psyche, metaphysics, and science. She calls this universal intelligence unification from experienced and embodied truths. She was invested the title of Dame Reverend Doctor, PhD, for her lifelong work in quantum energy healing by the Sacred Medical Order of the Hospitallers of the Knights of Hope. In 1990, Wai Ching, as a modern mystic healer and teacher of the traditional art of QI Gong, birthed Infinity Quantum QI Gong and Healing by Transcendental Divine Guidance. She is currently an associate producer and selected teacher in the documentary series Quantum QI, featuring the topmost QI Gong and Tai Chi teachers in the world. Thank you so much. We welcome you, Wai Ching Lee. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Valerie. Thank you for, and it's such a pleasure to be uniting with everyone for so many years, this lifetime, and maybe thousands of years of unifying consciousness, that we find ourselves in this moment, in space and time, on this planet, to be together again. Because it is only by a wonderful karmic bonus that we are here together and to do this work, this very important and refined spiritual work of unifying our minds and our hearts and the matrices that we are as human beings, that we have come, embodied, incarnated this lifetime to carry the ancestral, the karmic, the timeline wisdom, the ancient wisdom we each one of us carry from the past and perhaps from the future too, back to this lifetime, to this very moment of breath, as we take this breath together. So I invite all of us here who's listening in, who's tuning in, to take a deep breath together, to symbolize the time when we chose to be born, this time to unify, especially at this time of great polarities, of dark and light, of the battle, and to bring forth our light, to come to our center line, to come to our hearts and our heart's resonance, to come together in our hearts for this work that we are doing for the greater good of humankind, for the evolution of humanity into the next cycle. As many of us know, there are prophecies of this time, of the changing times, the Kali Yuga times, in many, many traditional cultures. And some of us are aware, and some of us not, of the historical perspectives. Whether we are or not, we are here in this moment, in incarnation. And we ask ourselves, what is it that we can do? What is our purpose on the planet? Who we are? And what is our evolutionary cycle personally and planetarily? So having done this work for this lifetime, for many years, I find myself here with all of you and would like to offer in service beyond just talk, that we actually embody our frequencies, the matrices that we are, the soul strands that we came in. So if I may start with that, and then go on to an offering of documentary series called Quantum Chi, which is perhaps most suitable at this time when we are peaceful warriors in this time of change, that we can bring forth the power and the passion within us to be peaceful warriors, to gently battle for what we believe to be right. So I chose the second segment of our Quantum Chi documentary to present to you and for you to tune in, instead of the first one, which is What is Chi? And May the Chi be with you. So as Valerie has introduced myself, I come from a lineage of healers, and my great-grandfather was a TCM practitioner to the Sultan of Selangor. So it's in my bloodline. And for all these years as a healer and practitioner, I have embodied this to practice this Qigong and do healing, long distance healing as well, through the practice of resonance healing and also through what is known as quantum entanglement. So my work at this time is to translate ancient wisdom into sacred science, which is the title of this presentation, and also to show how the quantum philosophy is really in line with the ancient traditions of the world and the very best of that. And so I will invite all of us now to just gently close our eyes as we resonate with each other with this beautiful crystal bowl at 432 hertz. So we had used sound healing and light healing in many ancient cultures in our shamanistic practice in resonating with the earth at 7.83 hertz. So we are now bringing in the understanding of frequencies into science and into the sacred science that we are bringing forth. So please join me in unifying our matrices. And as we strike this and play these tones of 432 hertz, I invite you to sing your own song in, your inspiration, your name into the planet and your service. So you may close your eyes or you may just open your eyes as you wish. Calling in our own souls with each breath to unify at this time, for the consciousness to be woven. And with our soul strands and our love at 432 hertz, with our heart's resonance, to offer our service as souls onto the planet, with our love, our compassion, our joy, and to bring in the light in the places of shadows and for truth to be revealed. Taking each breath in, breathing in the solar light, lunar light, stellar light, planetary light, into the chalices of our bodies, into the light matrix, in our blood, in the fluids in the body, in the meridians, in the nadis, and coming to the center line, the central and governing vessel, the Shushumna. As we bring in Shen spirit to the earth, aligning our celestial and terrestrial selves, and emanating from our hearts to each other now, taking another deep breath. And sending this light to each other as we breathe out, and protecting ourselves and each other in this light, and sending warm embraces, and cocooning ourselves in this beautiful soft light as we send this love to each other, to all of humanity, to the planet, as we cover this planet with this beautiful light. Taking another deep breath as we come back to ourselves, and smiling into the heart with gratitude and thanksgiving, and smiling into our lips, into our eyes as we come back to open meditation in this beautiful convergence of souls in unity consciousness. So if I may now offer you this second segment of our documentary, which is called Quantum Chi, as we translate the ancient wisdom of the traditional Chinese medicine healing arts into quantum science. And allow me just a few moments to just open it up. And it was already there, but I will open it up now. So just remain in your state of consciousness with each other and the planet. One moment, please. I think I have to do a share screen. So let me come back to that. So you see, we're ancient healers, that we have to also be technicians at this time. So just stay in that state, and I think we can go pretty soon. Here we are. Enjoy. Can you see? Yes? Can you see it?
Martial art include all the combative arts like karate, judo, Chinese kung fu or Chinese boxing. It's a combative form of fighting, the art of expressing the human body.
Kung fu, it means time and effort together is kung fu. The muscle power, the right position, the right spirit. More than that is the internal qi, like a battery.
The beauty of these qi cultivation practices is that you can enter in anywhere. The qi in qigong is obvious because it says qi work. With tai chi and kung fu, it's still qi work, it's just called something else.
Qigong, qi skill, is the energetic core of Tai Chi Chuan and Wushu. The skill of delivering power in a punch is not that different from what is required to move qi within the body for self-healing.
When you exhaust your qi from doing fast physical activity, as one might in martial arts, you need the qigong to bring everything down, to settle the energy, to come back into repair mode.
So through practice, you feel in your heart and your whole body full of love, full of qi. All of the history of the martial arts, it came out of the need to protect oneself, to protect your property, your family from being abused by someone else who was overpowering your forces.
If it's a threat of someone harming you, the best thing is to try to avoid it. But if your life is at threat, you need to know how to save your life. There is a physical protection, there's a mental protection, and there's a spiritual protection.
Most of us in modern life don't have aggressors attacking us. Most of our martial battles are emotional, are against stress, finances, money, our own internal voices in our heads. So how do we stay protected against those attacks?
The best way to protect yourself in a martial situation is to have mastered relaxation and presence. Then it's very difficult for somebody to harm you.
To be a quantum warrior or warrior of the Tao, we have to be brave enough to enter into unknown parts of ourselves and to bring forth the places of power and the places of shadows that we can transform into light.
The essence of martial arts is not to be aggressive. It is to be secure in yourself so you don't have to accept the challenges of others.
Martial arts, Tai Chi, Qigong. When you start dealing with energy, you want to know, oh, can I hurt somebody? When you expand and grow in love, can I help somebody? Can I heal somebody?
Beautiful. Is it still on, or are we back on? Can we see each other now? Valerie?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Beautiful. I see you smiling. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's very nice. Nice listening to you and to see the video. It's great.
Beautiful. Oh, wait a minute. I think, is it still on? Is something, no.
You have to stop share the screen.
Actually, okay, now it's done. So the reason why I chose that, as I mentioned, is because this is the time that we have to bring forth our spiritual warrior. And as you heard from our teachers, that it's not about fighting, it's about the shadows and the demons within ourselves first, because we have to awaken and enlighten our own beingness, and then we can be spiritual warriors out there to make changes in the world, which is who we are on this platform. We are all spiritual, peaceful warriors, and we are making changes in our own ways in the world. So this is our offering from Sharon Rose of Sacred Mysteries and myself. I'm very happy to be the associate producer, and this has been part of my Unity Consciousness work for a long time, besides other platforms, and so happy to be here to converge and to bring forth the understanding of coming to our own bodies. And this is called Wei Qi, what is known from the internal Nei Gong into external Wei Gong is the final aspect is the martial arts. And of course, as energy healers, we also use technology now, which is really important at this time. For example, what I'm using here is nitric oxide frequency. It's all frequency technologies that we have available on the planet to help us with the Wei Qi, the defense or protective Qi. And also the scarves that I'm using, they are negative ions, and they protect me from the radiation that's emanating from the computer and from all around us, especially with the onslaught of high frequency negative frequencies, destructive frequencies, because we can't go out onto the planet. We can't put our feet on the ground, barefoot on the ground, run on the sand, on the beach and on the grass. So we can't do that. So sometimes we need to adjust our bodies. Our matrices need to adjust to modern times. Hence, my talk, Ancient Wisdom into Sacred Science, and then to receive everything that we can in the gifts of the planet. So the most important is to speak about is actually food, vital, organically grown, non-toxic, contaminated or processed foods to nourish our chi, our amrit, and to bring forth our full potential as human beings and transmitters as well as receptors of the divine presence and the divine energy to do our work on the planet. So this is the message of today through this. Valerie, is my earth time up?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's so wonderful to listen to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me share the screen now. Yeah, this is the small token of appreciation from the World United. Certificate of Appreciation. The World United proudly presents Reverend LIA WAI CHING for being an esteemed presenter in the 3rd edition of the World Parliament on Spirituality 2020 Asia. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.